Oh, sorry about that. A yawn and a burp. That's what you get. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so, we're going to talk about Omen 3, The Final Conflict, or just The Final Conflict. I choose to call it Omen 3, The Final Conflict, because it makes more sense. This movie better. Much better. I liked this movie better than the second one. I didn't hate the second one. I thought it was okay. But I was way into this one more than I was the second one. Let me tell you why. Sam motherfucking Neill is the man. Think about it. He was in Jurassic Park. And Jurassic Park, people, we don't talk about that. In the Mouth of Madness. Event Horizon, which I have not seen. But I've seen clips of his performance. And this might be my favorite performance of him. Is in this film. And the story takes place. Now, Damien Thorne is now 32 years old. And, now he is working as an ambassador. He's got his own company, but he's going to be an ambassador, much like his adoptive father was, to the President of the United States, the UK ambassador to the ambassador to the President of the United States. And the story revolves around Damien trying to stop the second coming of Christ, or the Nazarene as it is called. And that's an interesting story to do, I think. I think that, you've done 2 films so far where Damien has undisputedly won in every single way. You cannot do 3 in a row where he just wins because he's the Antichrist. You have to, at one point, give him an opposition. Give him a worthy opposition. However, why are they waiting till the 3rd film in the franchise to bring in from the first of this franchise, he's the second coming of the devil, right? He's the Antichrist. So why wasn't there, he's looking for babies that were born. Wouldn't a decent twist be that the Nazarene was already born, hiding in plain sight, is exactly the same age as him, born on the exact same day, he just never knew it. And another plot twist would be that it's actually... No, that wouldn't work. Because to be president of the United States, you have to be 35 at least. So that wouldn't work. I would say he could be the president of the United States. Or the president's son. You have the 60-year-old president like we do all the time. Gotta have old men in the White House. We can't have any younger men. But, and then he's got a 32-year-old son, and he was born on the same day as Damien. That would have been interesting. But no, we gotta go about it. It's a baby that happens to be born on this specific year because of the stars are aligning or planets are aligning, whatever. And, so... But it works. It works. He's concerned. He starts dating a woman who has a son who he corrupts, of course. But... yeah... I think this is one of the better films in this franchise. 1 and 3 so far are in my top favorites of this franchise. I really enjoyed this film. I think the score, also done by Jerry Goldsmith, still really good. Jerry Goldsmith. Maybe they got a little obnoxious in the second one. I think I mentioned that, but here, he's doing great. It's a great score by Jerry Goldsmith, and the actors. Fantastic, especially Sam Neill here is fantastic. And so, I guess I didn't pay attention enough. And I'm going to give credit to Sinister Cinema Reviews for this. Because I watched his review for this before I did my review. Because, sometimes I miss things and they point them out. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't catch that. So, he pointed out something that I didn't get. Because I was under the impression... Okay, so they make a big deal about this baby, the Nazarene, is born on the 24th. And so they're going to kill every baby born between noon and 6 a.m. or 9 a.m., 6 a.m., I think, on that day. And he talks to his advisor, Dean, Henry Dean, or something like that. How's your son? Oh, great. When was he born? The 23rd. 10 minutes to midnight on the 23rd. So, it doesn't count. So that makes you think that's the Nazarene. And it even makes Damien Thorne think that. And I didn't catch this, but Jason did. Apparently, the wife kills the baby with the iron. Apparently. But I was under the impression that the reason they kept hinting towards that, the reason he covered it up, is because it was going to end up being the Nazarene. Do we ever find out what child is actually the Nazarene? I don't think we do. Because when I got done watching this, I was under the impression it was that baby and they just kept it hidden. But Jason said that the baby was killed, so I was like, I didn't want to put the Blu-ray back in, or, okay, it's still in there, but I didn't want to have to turn the Blu-ray player back on and find that specific scene. I'll take it. I'll take his word. I trust him. He knows what he's talking about most of the time. Anyway, not all the time, more than me. But yeah. So now it makes me think, what was the point of that whole thing about, why, I understand why he lied within the reasoning of the film, but why did the writers have to put that in there? Because when he said that, I'm like, this kid's the Nazarene, so that's why he's lying. Well, writer's reason. But no, it's not. And it's a red herring to throw off Thorne as well as the audience. But I don't get it. But yeah, they kill all these freaking kids. No, not all on screen, I don't think. I don't know. I really want to pay attention to that. And there's a rough scene. Or on Wikipedia it says he sodomizes her, but I'm not sure what sodomize means. I don't want to know. But basically, to me, it looked like he raped her in the ass. Rammed her in the old butthole. That's what it looked like. While breaking her arm. I'm not sure what sodomizing means. Don't put it in the comments below. I don't want to know what it is. Maybe I'll look it up. I don't know. But, yeah, that scene was a little uncomfortable for me. Because they're just going at it, and he's like, turns her around and starts breaking her arm and stuff. Pain is healing, pain, whatever. Also, what happened to Damien's British accent? Sam Neill, I know he's Australian or New Zealand, whatever. Australia and New Zealand are very similar. So he could do some sort of British accent. He does it in Jurassic Park, he's British. Right? Because I hope so. His accent's just gone. Yes, both the actors that portrayed him, actually, the guy who portrayed him in the second one was Spanish, but I don't know. But they had British accents. So what happened to the British accent? Especially since he was still living in Britain. I don't know. It's not like Sam Neill can't do a British accent. I mean, Jurassic Park, right? But yes, and then there's the, they lean towards those dogs, helping with the possession. He's got a whole freaking cult, which I thought was kind of cool. We're finally getting to see, like, this is the movie that I wanted to see in the second one, man. He's risen to power. He's got a whole cult, whole cult of people following him. This is it. And we actually have an actual antagonist, or protagonist. An antagonist for him, but a protagonist for us, in Father DiCarlo, who is a very good protagonist and rivals that of the one in the first film. David Warner's character. Minus the goofy hair. But yes, very good. He does. I think he dies at the end. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he does. Maybe. No. No, he kills the kid, and then he fights. He throttles him, according to Wikipedia. But I don't think he dies. Father DeCarlo is right. He stabs. Because they make a deal with these daggers, because these daggers of Megiddo are what can kill him. And they were found in the wreckage of the museum that burnt down at the end of the second film. It's been 7 years since then, by the way. Or more than 7 years. I don't know. It's been years and years. But more than 7 years, because he was 13 then, and now he's 9 years, right? No, 19 years. I don't know, but excuse me. But yeah, and they make a big deal about these daggers. Although there's only 3 left, there's only 2 left, and finally he gets stabbed with it. And he just gets stabbed and he dies. He sees the vision of Christ. Which, by the way, there's a cool thing. He has this statue of Christ in a secret room in his house, and he talks to this thing almost as if he's antagonizing it. It's a Christ being crucified. It's a crucifixion statue, like that, That's dark. I mean, it's the Antichrist, but that's still dark. Overall, guys, I really enjoyed this film. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. I think this was fantastic. Way better than the second one. Not as good as the first one. First one still holds up to me, but this was still pretty good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Yes. So, I have a feeling the last 2 aren't going to be that way. So, what are your thoughts on the Omen, or Omen 3 Final Conflict? No comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll start holding the movie up in the endings if I have the movie. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and we'll see you in the next one.